Good afternoon, Macamita family. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another media. And hello from St. Augustine, Florida. Today we are going to experience the Night of Lights, which is a special event here at St. Augustine. Downtown St. Augustine, they have millions of Christmas lights all over the place. So we had seen a video about it and we saw a lot of people love going to this event. So we figured why not take a little trip up here and kind of check it out. And also tomorrow we'll do more of like the San Marcos Castle, which I know they have it here. And they have a lot of different museums and things to look at, so that's what we'll do tomorrow. But today we are gonna go to the Night of Lights. So this video will be a day one and day two all together. So we're gonna start with day one, which is gonna be Night of Lights. Alrighty, so we just got dropped off by the Flagler College and we're headed now to the Nights of Lights. We're currently located at the Ringhaver Student Center of Flagler College. Here we have the Trolley Express that takes you throughout the city. Here we are in front of the Flagler College. And you have the Ponce de Leon Hotel.
Ran it along the bottom of our inlet. What if we hooked to a sturdy tree?
I feel like there's literally so many things to see around here right now. And we are in front of the Cathedral Catholic Church, which is the first ever Catholic church in the United States. It was built in the 1500s. And we are right in front. So where we're passing by right now is actually St. George Street. This is where they have all the shops and all the restaurants in St. Augustine. And here we have Colombia, which is a gem and Spanish restaurant since 1905. It was recommended by Ash's mother. She said she ate there, right? And she liked it?
Yeah, she says that it was about to close, so she thought that the food wasn't gonna taste good, but it was
good?
She said it was amazing.
So we might check it out, maybe tomorrow. So we just passed through St. George's Street. They have so many shops and restaurants. They have a lot of ice cream places. Look, we're just passing by Mayday Ice Cream. They also had Kilwins, which we love Kilwins. Mayday, which are handcrafted ice creams. Look at that. Mayday Ice Creams. Looking for a good Cuban place, the Cuban Cafe and Bakery. Cuban sandwiches, Cuban coffee, colada, cortadito. This is our thing right here.
Yeah.
We got pastries, empanadas, everything. Cuban Cafe and Bakery, authentic Cuban food since 2010. Here we have Bath Junkie, Tipsy Duck Parlor. This is a place that you had shown me. They have, what is it, beer and wine?
Yeah, and they have the cocktails have rubber ducks on them.
Oh, nice place to check out. We're currently next to the Columbia restaurant and they have more shops down this avenue right here. Dog shop right here. Gifts for dogs and for dog lovers. I've spotted the Grinch here at St. Augustine. Found you, Grinch. Teddy's Ice Cream, another ice cream location. We found the Grinch playing some music here. We are right next to Michael's, which is a steak, seafood, and wine restaurant. Now there's less people in here because we're headed down now to the last street right by the water. This is Bar Cuba. Good cigars, fine wine, imported beer. Enjoy them in our lounge since 1983. Alright, so this way right here, if you guys can see, that's going to be the Castillo San Marcos, which we will be going over there tomorrow. Not today though. I got overwhelmed. I told Ash, I was like, let's go today, but we're going to stick to the plan. We're going to Nights of Lights first, Tomorrow we'll do a lot of other things. It's very hard. There's so much stuff to do here. And just walking around trying to look at all the shops and the restaurants and the coffee shops and the ice cream. It's just so many. So it's very hard. So we're trying to stick to our plan. Nights of Lights today. Stick around that area, and then tomorrow we'll be able to do more things around here. Starting to see some lights here. Happy holidays. And this is only a hotel. This is a Best Western. You can see how at night though, if all of this is filled with lights, it must be beautiful. We got an Irish pub right here. It's called Meehan's. That's how you pronounce it. Seafood house. So much carriages over there, guys. It's the Teeny Martini Bar. Nero's Waterfront Cafe. Goodness, check this out. This is so beautiful. Oh man, look at this. We got more lights here. And right here you have Le Macaroon, French pastries, St. Augustine, Florida. All right, so it looks like we are witnessing another proposal out here. It says, "Will you marry me?" This is the second proposal.
The second one, I saw it, I was like, where is she putting that there? And yep, will you marry me?
The second proposal that we are witnessing. The first one was in St. Pete,
Yeah.
and now it's in St. Augustine. I guess this is in all the Saint
Literally.
lands. So over here would be the central area where Night the Lights would be. I'm just waiting for it to get dark because I think more lights should come up, and then it would be all around the strip where all the restaurants and shops are at. All right, so we were able to sit down just for a little bit around the park here. What I do want to say is there is a lot of people.
A lot.
We Ubered here because we didn't want to go through the hassle of like trying to find parking or whatever. And I think that was a good idea because the amount of people and cars going in and out of here, and there's a lot. There's a lot going on. Like there's so many restaurants and so many shops and so many coffee shops and ice cream places and jewelry and churches, and there's a lot. There's just a lot to look at. So we're just taking it one step at a time.
And a lot of puppies.
A lot of puppies, yeah. A lot of puppies. We are headed now into Kilwins to get some ice cream and hot chocolate, but look at the line just to go inside into Kilwins. But it's worth it. All right, so all done with our ice cream. Well, Ash got a hot chocolate. And here we are at the Ripley's Bayfront Mini Golf, which is Florida's oldest mini golf course. And of course, if we see a mini golf course, we have to try it, right? And again, everybody says you win, you're gonna win, you're gonna win. So we'll see. Let's go. Oh guys, it looks like the mini golf course is actually closed. We are right here. And yeah, it says closed. Which is weird, so then I don't know what time do they close. I mean, it's only like 7. This is the Leitner Museum, founded in 1948.
She's not the one that moved to New York City.
This is the Alcazar Hotel, the second of the great hotels in St. Augustine, constructed by railroad tycoon Henry Flagler. In his effort to create a southern resort city, the Alcazar Hotel opened its doors on December 25th, 1888. Holy moly. It is the same building, yeah. You can see there. And then right there. Same exact building. And here you have the Villa Zoraida Museum, 1883. And they also have it lit up. You can see they have like the Spain vibe, which literally it says it there. Spain Alhambra Palace. Architecture inspired by Spain Alhambra Palace. Good morning, Macamita family. Welcome to day 2 of St. Augustine. And we are headed now to the city to do some museums, do the Castle of San Marcos, and also see what else we can do along the way. Good morning from Ash. And we had such a great time yesterday. So many lights, a lot of people. So if you get anxiety being surrounded a lot of people, it's not a good idea to go. But it was nice to see all the lights, a lot of horses, a lot of carriages, a lot of churches, a lot of restaurants. A lot of restaurants. And I did not like that the mini golf was closed. Because I wanted to be
so early. It was like 7.
Yeah, it was like 7 something. So, but we're headed out now. It is 9:30 in the morning. Guys, you know the Christmas season is back, so we have our caramel brulee lattes, which we love. We got 2 grandes. Ash introduced me to this drink. If you guys haven't tried it, definitely try it.
It's so
good.
It's hot.
I'm pretending to drink it because it's hot. So we just parked in the historic downtown parking garage, and we're headed out here to see what we see. So this is the Visitor Information Center right here, and I don't know if this is the way. I see the Potter Wax Museum over there, which is the first ever wax museum in the U.S. We have Ripley's, believe it or not, right in front of us, which is where you can get the red train, which takes you all over the city. We're still debating to see if that's what we're going to do. This right here is a restaurant. It's called Castillo Restaurant. Looks like it's a 2-floor restaurant. We had seen it yesterday while we were driving by. It was super crowded. Here is the city directory of St. Augustine with all of the civic and historic places with numbers so that you know exactly where to go or where you're at. This is where we are right now. And this is where we were yesterday. This is where the Nights of Lights was. So it looks like in order to buy or purchase your tickets for the red train, which takes you all over the city, it would be in the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, straight ahead. So that's where we're going. All right, so we just purchased the ticket to go into the train, which takes you all over the city. But we also purchased a ticket to do the Ripley's Museum because you get $10 off of each ticket. So we said, why not? And just do both of those that we're already here. We are headed upstairs to the first ever Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. This is pretty cool out here. Whoa, look at that guy right there. It says, follow this way. What is this?
This artist drew with a pencil this whole thing without lifting it.
Wow. That is very hard to do. Hours and hours and hours doing that.
Charcoal, no ink, no pen.
Just smoke. This was drawn with just smoke. That is insane. It's called a feather art. That's just saying that they drew on top of the actual feathers. Whoa, looks like yeah, it's like messes with your imagination. You feel kind of dizzy walking through here. Oh, look at us right here.
I look the same.
Are you calling me fat?
No, I said I look.
Oh, yeah. This one does look a little different. I don't know what it's supposed to be. And this is the world's greatest fake. What? People who sail the oceans have always heard fabulous stories of beautiful mermaids who live under the waves. Believe it or not, this curious object was once exhibited as a genuine mermaid.
Paid 25 cents in 1842 to see the Fiji mermaid.
Wow.
He insisted the mermaid was genuine. In his old age, he admitted that his mermaid was just an ingenious infusing of the upper half of a monkey and the lower half of a fish.
Interesting. They paid 25 cents? In 1842, that's probably a lot. I feel like we're in Halloween Horror Nights with the chainsaws. The Walking Dead barbecue portraits. These were made with barbecue sauce. Believe it or not. What is this supposed to do? Like make you... Oh, I see it. There it is. Oh, you are big. It's like a big magnifying glass. You see these little men here? They're not really men. They're cockroaches. Believe it or not. Look at this. They are all cockroaches. That's crazy.
They inherited all of their enemies' powers. After an enemy was killed, they would cut off the head to take that with them. The eyes are
According to what I'm reading, this was a genuine torture mask.
done to keep the enemy's souls.
This was a spiked crown right here.
Oh, now it's empty. So it closes, it opens, it's empty, it closes, it opens again, there's a person.
There's someone there. Let's see if we can catch him again.
Shrinking of heads was a humiliating thing
That's
to
cool.
do to an enemy.
British man trapped in the 18th century. They used to trap trespassers and poachers. This trap could cut a man's leg right off in 1827. A more humane toothless trap was developed that would merely hold the violator's legs. This space station was created with 276,000 matchsticks, and it took over a year to build. Believe it or not. This place is humongous. Oh, that's the sound of a tsunami wave. Oh my goodness. Let's see. 9 feet tall. I don't know. We need 2 of you, and I think it's still not enough. Walter Hudson, 1,400 pound man. Holy moly. We have the skeleton dude, Edward Hagner, who toured the world's thinnest man, grew 5'7" but only weighed 48 pounds. Here we have the full-body mounted lion. It is unknown whether Ripley himself killed this specimen or not, but he did bring it back from Africa in 1934, and it adorned his house for many, many years. Oh, cool, look at that. Oh, wait. There you go, you got one. What about me? Oh. Women of the Sara tribe in Chad, Africa, once had their lips pierced when young. As they grew older, they inserted wooden plates in their lips as a sign of maturity. This man takes a picture. Does it? Guess it only did it once. I want to take a picture of us again. Here we go. This is the International Space Station. Here it is. I was wanting to know what this was. There's a keyboard art here. All of it made with keyboards. Believe it or not. Took 190 hours to complete. It has 5,981 keyboard keys. Holy moly. The human candlestick on his deathbed, Chang Tung, a Chinese monk in the temple, requested that his body be mummified and somehow used to serve his beloved temple. Goliath bird eating tarantula right here. Get a better view.
Look at the eyes, it's tiny.
Open if you dare. I do dare to open. What is this, guys? Oh. Seeing is believing. Believe it or not, we align your face with the face of the skull and turning the knob in front of you to the left or right. You can change your facial structure until they become... Does it? Oh, because it turns on the... Do you get it?
Huh?
Do you get it?
It's supposed to, I don't know.
It's supposed to align your face. I don't know. So can you be contortedist? Here goes Ash. Perfect. You fit in well. This is the warm-up box. Now this is the actual box. And they say you should do that one before you do this one. Now let's see if she fits in this one. Let's go. Let's see if she... Oh. Oh. Nope. You come out. Oh, Florida's backyard beasts. Whoa. Oh, this moved.
That's why I didn't want to do it.
You're scared? It goes back.
It's not real, right?
No, it's this. This is the only thing that moves.
Okay, I thought that snake was real.
No, there's an alligator here, and then there's some snakes.
Every time like it's gonna explode.
Right. That's what it does. Look at me in the Florida's backyard beasts. Looks like at the end they have like a mini movie theater here, and I guess you could sit down if you want to watch some clips of I don't really know what. I guess.
Flew nearly 200 miles over Oregon in 9 hours.
Oh, is that up?
In July 2007 in a contraption that consisted of nothing more than a lawn chair and 105 brightly colored helium-filled
Up.
balloons.
Instead of a house, chair.
Oh, how funny!
Inspired by Larry Lawn Chair Walters, who floated over Los Angeles, California using weather balloons in 1982.
Wow.
The 47-year-old attached a bundle of 4-foot round balloons to his chair and took off from his gas station in Bend, Oregon. He carried a global positioning device, a two-way radio, a digital camcorder, a cell phone.
You are really brave to do that, my friend.
He also had instruments to measure his altitude and speed, plus 4 plastic bags, each holding 5 gallons of water to act as ballast.
Look at that.
He traveled as high as
14,000 feet?
To see how high 14,000 feet really is, let's compare. Jet airplanes fly at about 35,000 feet. The peak of Mount Everest, 29,000 feet. Kent Couch flew at 14,000 feet. Afterward, Couch said he would love to do it again.
And this will be the exit. Did you have a good time?
I did, it was nice.
It was cool. You guys get a chance to do it, make sure you do the train and the Ripley's Museum. Now they did say that the train does take about an hour, so they did let us know to use the bathroom before going to the train. So the train is about an hour long and it does not stop the whole entire way. Look at all these little things here. Painted potato chips.
Where it says the world's smallest screw, but I don't see it.
World's smallest screws. Screws. All of those are screws. Natural wood formation. Walnut shells found inside a finished wood board in Jacksonville. Beer can camera. Actual working spy camera disguised as a beer can. Now we are headed to the Red Train Tour Express. Where is the water coming from? I don't understand.
Now, those hideous faces, most times you see a face like that, and your first thought's going to be, these are the bad guys. In this case, it simply isn't true. Beautiful stainless steel cross, 208 feet tall. Another 6 inches taller, it would require strobe lights to warn aircraft. And at 208 feet, oak is not a particularly long-lived species. It rarely gets to be 150 years old.
The old senator.
The old senator is approaching 700. He was already over 200 years old in 1565 when Pedro Menendez landed over there. No one knows why he's as old as he is, but the Fountain of Youth is just down here. Now, does anyone notice anything odd about Magnolia Avenue? Not the wall. Yeah, doing a theme song off Jeopardy. Okay, time's up. Did anybody say no magnolias? Yeah, Magnolia Avenue has no magnolias. 1894, we had a big freeze come through, killed all the magnolias, got down to 10 degrees. We replaced them with live oak, a much hardier species. Now, if you're familiar with your U.S. history, you may recall hearing about a ship by the name of the USS Constitution, better known as Old Ironsides. Folks, it's the oldest commissioned ship in the world to still be afloat, up in the Boston Harbor. Now, its hull built entirely of live oak, just like this. Cannonballs bounce from her the way that raindrops bounce from your car. That earned her the nickname Old Ironside. Now we're coming into my favorite site to visit in the entire town. One of my favorite places in the world. Guys, this is the Fountain of Youth. And it's not just because I really need a hit. Now, there's extremely strong evidence that Don Juan Ponce de Leon, Ponce de Leon, came through here in 1513. Almost certainly. Some evidence that he may have landed here, though that's not nearly as likely. We have excavations and reenactors, cannon fire and musket fire, signs and maps showing you the which and where, statues showing you the who. We have blacksmiths, we have the fountain itself. Now through the years, I've brought about 500,000 people in here. One thing that I hear all the time, and I realize they're mostly kidding, but I hear it anyway, they ask, does that fountain actually work? Yeah, the fountain. Does it make you younger? Not a chance. They're dressed up as prisoners, deputies, conductors, engineers, all sorts of talents, folks, bankers, you name it. They take you through that tour of Huguenot Cemetery. Highly unlikely there's any Huguenots buried out there. That means French Protestant. The year's 1821, the United States is on Florida for some time now. We get hit with a devastating plague of yellow fever. Wipes out over a third of the town's population in a matter of weeks. We don't have any place to put those bodies. We had to build this in a hurry, build them in. Almost 500 of them. Buried in there as many as 15 deep. San Marco, Castle of St. Marco. Completed in 1695, built to that coquina that I mentioned earlier, built. Now if you look above the fort, you may not be able to see it right now, but when we go past, you'll be able to see it very well, folks. I mean, past these trees. Above the fort, we have the Spanish battle flag flying up there. It's a beautiful flag. It's a white field with a red X. In fact, I keep this up here just for times that people can't see that flag. That's what it looks like right there. They did this to make it look like that Spanish battle flag and to mark this as a Spanish stronghold. I bet it looked like a jewel painted like that. Battle at the end of the tour. Solano Beach, Anastasia Island. Now I mentioned that the bay was originally called Bay of Dancing Dolphins. The Timucuans named it that. The reason? Well, you can come out here just about any day. Even now, but especially early mornings and late afternoons, just about every day they are out there. They're chasing fish, chasing each other. Guys, St. George Street. There actually is a St. George. This street is not named after him. This street is named after Mad King George III. Anybody out here watch Bridgerton? The least historically correct show I think I've ever seen. So, yeah. But it's not, now, don't get me wrong, King George was mad as a hatter. He really was. But it's named after him. For some reason they stuck Saint in front of it. So, you might notice it's pedestrian only. No motor vehicles allowed. You can't even ride a bicycle through. If you want to take a bike trip, you have to dismount. Over 400 shops and restaurants through that area. You can find about anything you like. That is actually most of our new visitors here. That's their favorite scene to visit. I don't blame them. It's a lot of fun. But we're going to leave the colonial times for a bit. Anybody here living in Florida now? Great picture. Right here at this corner, guys. That's the place to get it. Grace United Methodist Church. This is the first church in the world to be completed in this poured concrete or slip form style. Very important. It's distinguished by that layered look, see, like a layer cake. Hand-carved mahogany doors, over 200 pounds apiece. Hand-carved Spanish terracotta, Spanish brick, and Spanish roof tile. Folks,
Nation
building
City
that yellow
Baptist
brick,
Church.
You see, originally that color was painted since protected beyond. She goes through the labor on this trip. She and the baby both passed away. He's crushed. He wants this building up within a year to commemorate the anniversary of their passing. Everybody tells him it can't be done. This is one of the richest men in the world. By today's standard, he'd be worth about $2.5 billion. It would be 125 feet. On top of that beautifully patinaed copper dome. 1968, it opened up as a college for women only. Today it's a 4-year liberal arts degree school that is co-ed. It's also famous for its financial aid, folks. If you shop in colleges, keep this one in mind. You might be pleasantly surprised. But it didn't start off as a college. January 10th, 1888, it opened up as Mr. Flagler's first hotel. He called it simply the Ponce de Leon. It had hot and cold running water and electricity, both unheard of at that time. Anybody know who installed the electric here? I heard somebody say it. Who said Edison? Absolutely Edison. Now, if you're a Tesla fan like me, he came in a few years later. He converted it to AC. Right here, the rotunda, originally the ballroom and dining room for the hotel, but today simply the dining room for the college. If you look at those windows, you see that wonky reflection. That's caused by plexiglass sheets placed to the outside to protect the windows. The windows behind that plexiglass, folks, that's the largest standing collection of Louis Comfort Tiffany stained glass windows in the world. In the world. I'm a huge Tiffany fan. I just can't afford any of his stuff. He's been dead like 100 years now. A medium-sized lampshade by Tiffany averages out about 10 grand. Quite a few years ago, we had the Antique Roadshow come in here. They appraised those windows at $40 million. Not the entire building, folks. The windows in a college kid's dining room. $40 million. Gives me a little shiver every time I think about it. Morton, the man that built what is today Ripley's Museum, when he completed it in 1887, folks, it was known as the Warden Castle. He came down about the same time as Mr. Flagler. He wanted to see what the fuss is about. Well, he finds a building he truly loves. He wants to build one just like it, but bigger for his family, the Via Zareta. This is it right here. Originally a winter home for Mr. Franklin Smith. I'll give you the history in two parts here, folks. I'm going to give you the history that everybody tells, and then I'm going to tell you what I found about a year ago. The history that everybody talks about. This is the first building in Florida to be done in this poured concrete, very important, poured concrete. Poured concrete or slip form style. Only the second one ever, Mr. Smith being the inventor of this technique. Now, what this technique means, folks, if you look at the shape of it, Mr. Smith built a form shaped exactly like that. He fills it with that wet cement, pours it full, and he lets it set up for hardening. Now, he raises that form. Raising is called slipping. That's where the other name, slip form, came from. He raises it. Again, he pours it full of wet cement and lets it set up. Raise, cement, set, raise, cement. You get the idea. He does this until he gets the height he needs. That's what gives it that unique layered look. Guys, this took off like a rocket. It's stronger and cheaper than any other building method out there. This is how they build large structures like dams and skyscrapers across the world today. Mr. Smith being the innovator of this technique. Now to me, that alone would be enough to make it the most important building, folks. What I came across about a year ago just totally blew me away. I was reading this article called Building with Concrete Through the Ages. Now, the article was mostly about Romans and the way that they use concrete, but one thing that most people today don't realize is when the Romans put down their concrete, they physically troweled down every cubic inch. They didn't pour concrete like we do now. It was a thicker concrete, and it was actually a bit stronger because it had that volcanic ash that they used as an aggregate. But it was extremely labor intensive. Now, towards the front of that article, there was a paragraph and it said, since the mid-6th century, around 550 AD, the Romans finished building their last basilica over in Constantinople. Now, Constantinople today, of course, in Istanbul, Turkey. But at that time, Constantinople was the center of the Roman Catholic Byzantine Empire. Well, they finished building that last basilica around 550 AD, folks. Anybody have any idea what happens next? That's the perfect answer. Nothing. For about 1,500 years. This right here, this is the solution. This is the second of his hotels, the Alcazar, today known as the Leitner Museum. This is up in less than 11 months. This is the property that he traded with the Methodists. Now, guys, this building is 20 times the size of his church, and all of its buildings have done in less time. Today, you can't even touch the paperwork to this place in 11 months. To give you an example, did you guys notice that beautiful hotel right across the street from Ripley's when we pulled out? Yeah. Now, Mr. Patel, he put in petitions for the paperwork in 2005. He didn't get to start that hotel until 3 years ago. Oh, and if you want a good picture of the college guys, when I'm making this turn right here, that's going to be a great shot. Anybody can stay over here, 5 cents a night, up to $2. If you elected for that nickel a night stay, that bowling alley I mentioned, you slept under. Now that was only a little over for the first year, guys. After it opened up and people found out how nice that place was, they actually kind of started deserting this one and come over here. Now this gentleman right here, this is Pedro Menendez, the founder of our town. This is the man that captured and slaughtered over 200 French soldiers in a bay just south of here. He also held the highest rank attainable in colonial Spain. He's called Captain General. Captain of the Navy, a general in the Army at the same time. He fought both land and sea. What I'd like to point out is the outfit that this man has on. Just quickly. Now, there's not much of it I'm crazy about, but I'm judging by today's standards, and it's truly not a fair standard. But guys, I think you're going to be in agreement with me for a lot of it. Now, one of my least favorite parts is that clown collar. Most people think that it was defensive, but no, it was actually purely decorative, and those things got ridiculously large. They were as big as 3 feet in diameter. Can you imagine walking around with something that big around your neck? And then the one that I hate the least. Anybody want to guess? Yep, absolutely. Those fluffy, short pants. I really don't like those. But oddly enough, that is the most important part of his uniform. And guys, I know this sounds like a bad dad joke, but I'm being entirely serious. That's a true sign of your status during colonial times. The higher your rank, the higher your pants. Really don't want to think about what the king might be wearing. Just St. Augustine, he went all the way down to Key West building hotels and railways, all the way over to Cuba building hotels. He just couldn't figure out how to get his rail lines. This is the governor's house. The governor and his family, their associates, their families, they lived and worked right here. Built a coquina, just like the fort, but stuccoed over to give it a more pleasing appearance. And as we're coming around, if you look at the end of the building, there's a beautiful balcony up there. 8 years ago, we had the King and Queen of Spain standing up there, helping us celebrate the 450th birthday of our beautiful town. The governor and his associates would stand there as well to address the people of the town. The people would be out here, La Plaza de la Constitución, the Plaza of the Constitution, the common meeting ground of the people of the town. I happen to agree with the argument being that despite the fact that that building's burned down a couple of times, there was always a congregation there whether the building stood or not. They just go over there and put up a sign that says, oldest congregation. They go to the one with the oldest building, they put up a sign there saying that. St. Augustine to Anastasia Island, where all that coquina came from. But 1927 is the kicker. Our fort here in front of us was completed in 1695. Big gap. We didn't have a bridge when the fort was built. All of that coquina had to be ferried across. It took 23 years. But in 1702, that stone bridge didn't exist. It looked like the fort had been built directly on top of that hill. That hill is actually the outer wall to a very wide, very deep dry moat. Dry moats make a lot of sense. During times of peace, they grow food in there. During times of attack, they put their livestock in there. It protects them from enemy fire. Now, James Moore is out here. Anastasia and Milano. And if you look over there at Milano, guys, I think you're going to be surprised at just how far those old cannons would shoot. I know it amazed me. But he's firing for 51 days. He's out of everything now. Now, as I was saying, the Spanish don't care. They're just happy to see him gone. But after a week or so, they realize he's left them with another problem. Those bodies are starting to go bad. Well, the Spanish come out, they dig 3 long, deep trenches, they roll the bodies in, they cover them up.
Alrighty guys, so all done with the Red Train tour. It was so much to see, a lot of information, but now we are headed over to the old jail museum. We're gonna see exactly how much it is and see if we can do that. We did figure out that the Castillo of San Marcos is actually $15 per person, and that line was humongous. It was really long. So I think we're gonna do the jail museum first. Now we are here at Itty Bitty Donuts, which is a cute little donut shop right here on the strip. It says, "You drive me glazy." This is pretty nice. This is the sign. This is their menu. Alright guys, so we ended up getting cookies and cream and classic vanilla. They are very, very small. Are you excited to try them?
What's the name of this?
Oh, it's called Itty Bitty Donuts.
No, I know. I just
And the name is in the back right there. Gonna try the cookies and cream first. See how they taste. I'm gonna take a bite here because I don't want to make a mess. They're very soft.
careful if it's too hot.
I know. Okay. They're so good. They're so moist. I'm gonna try the glazed. No, it's a classic vanilla. Thought it was a glaze, but. Pretty good. Do you like it? They're really good, huh? Itty Bitty Donuts. Now we are headed over to go see the Great Cross, which was the biggest cross in the United States until Texas made their own, and now the biggest one is over there in Texas. And this is the church Nombre de Dios, established in 1565. Well, we're headed now to go see the Great Cross. One thing that me and Ash were saying is that there's so much to do here that I think 2 days is not enough to do everything.
It's not. It's kind of like when you go to Tennessee. Even after a week, there's still so much to do.
Yeah, now we're passing by a cemetery here from the church, right in front of the Great Cross. Father Francisco Lopez de Mendoza Grajales. It's right here, and then you see the Great Cross right here. How beautiful. You can see there's a bridge at the end right there. And then the scenery is just incredible. Very peaceful here. We reached the Great Cross right in front of it. It is very, very tall. And I have to say it is very peaceful here. The Great Cross, elevated to commemorate the 400th anniversary of the founding of the city of St. Augustine, the mission of Nombre de Dios, September 8th, 1965. Look how tall. Oh, my back is gonna break. It is. This is amazing. And we have arrived to the old jail museum, and this looks like it's the oldest store museum, spreading the wealth since 1900s. So we're just trying to find the entrance to the old jail. Oh, I found it. It is right there. So we just got the old jail tickets. It is $20 per person. It's every 15 minutes, and the whole thing is 30 minutes. It's a guided tour, so hopefully I can record some stuff inside.
Pepper, I'll be the one processing you through the jail today, but kind of want to get to know you a bit more. You right there.
Yeah?
What's your crime? What'd you do?
I ate too many macaroons at a party.
You ate too many macaroons at the party. This is his wife, this is Rebecca. Oh
my God.
This is his brother, this is Alfonso. Now this is life size, 6'6", 350.
He's fat.
He's big, yeah, he's a big boy. That's great. He gets whatever he wants to eat. Now you're gonna want to stay on his good side, because you get on his bad side, well, I'll show you what happens. All right, this way, y'all. All right, y'all, this is our Attitude Adjustment Center. Hey, what's your name, by the way?
I'm
Camila. Camila? Camila?
Camila.
Gringo.
I'm very white. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right, hop in here. Yeah, put your hands through. So these are the stops. Now you would be in here for hours at a time, maybe in a day or so. Now, does anybody have a rotten fruit or vegetable on them? You just gotta throw it at her face. That would be one punishment. But another one is this. You have rocks? Oh, I like you so much right now. Where Jailbird comes from. Once the jailbird's in there, we lock the door. Oh, we taking a photo? I got you. Oh God, my
doing video.
Oh, you doing a video?
How are we doing?
The jail here, to your left, you'll see a pretty porch. It's weird for a jail, no, but that is our sheriff's office. Now your windows won't look like that. Those are your windows. Your windows will have no glass and no pretty curtains, just iron bars. Because we are what is called an open air jail. What that means is whatever's out here, I'll be in there with you. You there. You like animals?
Yes.
Yeah, all kinds of you here. Snakes, lizards, spiders, mosquitoes, roaches, bats, rats, squirrels, possible. Oh, you don't like any of those?
I like
You like dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, the inmates used to have a pet dog. That's on the board right there. You know what they named that dog? Lunch. I'm kidding. They prefer. We are a hanging jail. Now, I've had 8 documented hangings, which, well, you know, not a very high number. But keep in mind, I said documented. We've had a whole lot of undocumented illegal hangings at the tree over there. We don't know how many. Maybe 100, maybe 200. Honestly, we're never going to know. What I do know is that those 8 official hangings that happened here at the gallows, well, they suffered, in my opinion, a little bit more. See, they had to sit on death row, which is right there. So now they're looking out the window of the things they killed. All part of their punishment. But the morning that you're set to be executed, you had to come out here and you had to build it as well. That's right, you had to build the thing that was going to kill you. That's part of your punishment too. But our sheriff wouldn't even let you do that in peace. He'd sit here and watch as you build it and harass you, hiding tools and pieces of wood. So it takes you longer to get the job done. So he tells you got 3 days to get it built. Oh, you're not done in 3 days? No worries. He'll just go arrest your wife, your sister, your mother, your daughter, and throw them behind bars. Because we do hold women at this jail. Anywhere from 6 to 12 ladies at any time.
And you?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time. Now, the year is 1908, so you can get arrested for all manner of things. Ladies talking showing ankles, showing collarbones, gossiping, being alone in public, being from New Jersey. All that gets you thrown behind bars for a week. You're from New Jersey? I rest my case.
That's pretty cool. Now we're headed inside into the actual cell. Whoa.
It's the bucket.
Yeah. That would be your toilet. It's like barely any light in here. There it is. Oh my goodness. They said that they fit 20 people in this room. And only one bucket.
Yeah, you would take a peek at it. Yeah, feel free to stand anywhere you like. You ladies know how to cook. Wow, that's... Wow. Oh,
You know how to cook.
wow, Canadian ladies know how to cook. I love that. You know how to cook?
Hey, you know how to cook. Raise your hand.
You know how to cook too? All right, good, good.
Really badly
So that was a really sad person.
Things have changed a lot. We are the cooks.
You're the cooks now. Okay, well,
He's the cook.
sadly in this jail, we won't have any men working in this kitchen. Only the ladies. Now, ladies spend about 20 hours in the room every single day. But what kills them, the stove. Burns 24/7, making this the hottest room. So women are passing out and dying
Oh, there's a
constantly.
rat in here.
Oh yeah, that's Rebecca.
Huh?
Delicious. Now the food you have to make though is very simple stuff, for the most part. You see, for breakfast, you get grits. Any of you like grits? Yeah? Oh, you like grits still? Well, I'm asking you. That's a question. It has a question mark on the end. Do you like grits?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what grits are? Where are you from?
Miami.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that adds up actually. Okay, so grits are a fortified grain. Get corn, you crush it up. It's really good when made properly. We're talking bacon in it, or cheese, or butter, all the stuff you don't get here. No butter, no salt, no pepper, no taste, no nothing. Our grits are terrible. But for lunch it gets kind of better. For lunch you get a nice hearty helping of beans. Shiny Pants, you like beans? Oh, good. Guess what's for dinner? More beans. 110 men eating beans all day and all night. Oh. Yeah. Hey, what's your favorite kind of bean?
Black beans.
Oh, good, good, good. So guess what? They start off as brown beans. We eat them out for a week, they become green beans. Another week, they become black beans. You eat them, they become brown beans again. It's a circle of life of beans in this jail. But there's one more item you guys get. This right here. This is called hard tack. I'll make sure you can see it all the way down here. Very simple stuff. I'm so mean. I'm so sorry. Water, flour, and salt. The ladies will bake this until it just won't bake anymore. You let it rest for about, yes, 2 days. Hard as rock, and yes, this is a real piece. Invented by sailors to last forever. You can, but not right now. If you bite into it now, you'll probably break a tooth. Instead, you actually soak it in your coffee. You like coffee?
Sure.
What do you like in your coffee?
I like it black.
Oh, you're gonna love it here then. Not only is the coffee black, our water is black too. That's
Fantastic.
perfect. Yeah. So you're gonna notice little holes in the hardtack. That's so that when you soak in the coffee, it gets to the middle faster. But there's a special treat in there. So we have these little bugs called weevils. They just burrow inside and they lay eggs. So you pop it in, voila, you got yourself a protein shake right there. You want a sip?
No thanks.
I love it.
Oh, I know you was. When I didn't ask you, you're the weird kid. Now, if you're wondering how you get the food to the inmates, well, there's 2 ways. The first of which is the bean hole. No, not you, sir. Sorry, right behind you. The bean hole. There we go. I mean, you might call them that also. I don't know. Now, the bean hole is how you feed maximum security. But to get them upstairs, the thing I mentioned earlier is this. This is our dumbwaiter. You fill it up with food, and you just hit it twice. That calls the deputy over, who pulls it up and gives all the food to the men up there for you. But if you're wondering, what does the sheriff eat? Well, none of this. The ladies make his food, though. Duck, goose, venison, pork, chicken, beef, whatever he wants, they gotta make it. But they can't sample it. That's his wife's job. 1, to make sure it tastes good. And 2, in case you poison it, she's the first one to eat it. Yeah, our sheriff's a real stand-up guy. Speaking of which,
I love these beans.
you love those beans? Oh, you're gonna thrive in this jail. All right,
I'm
tell you what.
probably gonna escape.
Can you, oh, actually, I'm glad you said that, actually. Can you help me out with something? Oh, yeah, no, I don't mind. You sit there. Yeah, it's probably not electric. Right off the bat, you notice it is very, very nice. See, our sheriff makes good money. He buys all kinds of stuff with it, like, well, gas lights, or maybe they're ghosts, I don't know, but it flickers, so it's really nice. He also buys things like this really, really nice water cooler here. It was a prototype model. He loves to show it off. He also likes to show off that little thing on the table. On the table is a fingerprinting kit. First one in the state of Florida. Came all the way from Scotland Yard. He is extremely proud of it. He better be. Spent a lot of money on it, but he spent even more money on this on the desk. That is an Oliver No. 9 typewriter. Hands down, the most expensive typewriter money can buy. The sheriff bought it because his handwriting was so bad, he'd write up arrest warrants so that us deputies couldn't read. But because we feared him so much, we would just go off to town and arrest any random man and throw him in a cell, just so he stayed happy. That's how this guy got here. Now, let's see, Camilla.
Yeah, what's up?
How old are you again?
10.
10, okay. Do you consider yourself pretty smart?
No, I'm done.
Oh, wow. I appreciate the honesty of that. All right, I'm asking you a question. If you get it wrong, don't worry. I'm just going to make fun of you a whole lot. All right, Camilla. What is that on the wall back there? Do you know?
A gun.
Oh, no, not that wall. This part over here. Right over here, Camilla. You know what that is?
A very, very weird looking phone.
Well, okay, well, good job. But no, it's a new model. Just came out last week. But good job. That's something. Yeah. That's it. Wait, are you sure? You said you're 10? You sure you're just not like a short 40-year-old? You got it right. I'm just proud of you. Good job. Yeah. Take that as a compliment, I guess. Yeah. But it's a telephone. One of only 17 in the whole county. They're all on the same line. What that means is when one rings, they all ring. You got yourself a party line. You can listen to any phone call at any point. And our sheriff does that all the time. In fact, he's gotten called a few times, but he's a sheriff. They're not going to do anything. And not just a sheriff. This man is a behemoth. I mean, look at that family photo right there. Second from the left. That is Joe Perry at 14 years old. He's sitting down. If he were to stand up, he'd be 6'1" at 14. That is a very big boy. Yep, that's a yeah, he's a monster. 3 sisters and a little brother grows up to be about 6'4". Now, Joe Perry grows up to be 6'6", 350, which is already impressive. The thing is, so when that photo was taken, average height for a man was about 5'4". So big as he is now, giant man.
¿Qué pasó aquí? Trae una pila.
This is the guard tower.
amount of disease. And that disease is what eventually does this place in. See, the average sentence for a man in this jail is about 4 to 5 years, no matter how minor their crime may be. We're talking petty theft, 4 to 5 years. Stealing a horse, 4 to 5 years. Getting drunk in a bar and getting into a fight, 4 to 5 years. But don't worry, you're not going to last 4 to 5 years, because the average life expectancy, because of all this disease, about 1 to 2 years at best. So eventually the place is deemed a crime against humanity, and it actually does get shut down in 1953, which is really sad. That's really not that long ago. It's pretty sad, but I have even more sad news. The sheriff has told me that, well, he's going to give you all pardon and let you go free. Yes, I'm as surprised about it as you are. Yeah. However, we do ask you, when you do go to leave, do not go back down the steps you came up. As you saw, they are very dangerous. Instead, when you are ready to go, there's no rush, guys, and I mean that. Take your time. When you are ready to go, you want to exit out that door right over there. Now, mind the box on the wall next to it. You got your pardon slips at the top. Feel free to grab one. You can ask someone to help you grab one for you, too.
I got her.
Thank you. Good call. But also feel free to just explore. You guys can go inside of these cells behind me. You can go around them. You can go across the hall to the deputies' quarters. Now, before we go, does anyone have any questions? Yeah, go ahead, Stella. He's not a smart man. Most deputies and
I
sheriffs.
see that. He's a big chunky man.
Yeah, he does.
Alright, so it looks like the tour is over, so now we can walk around and just check out the area itself.
This is whose room?
Yeah, it looks like someone's there. I mean, it's a pretty decent sized room. Pretty big room. Yeah, it is. Looks like someone was sitting in here. Look at this. They used to hang people. Rope and hood.
Outside.
Well, during the procedure, the convicted would be tied at the arms and legs, and the hood would only be placed over their head.
Maybe this is where they prepped them, but
Could be.
they hung them outside.
These are the sheriffs of St. Johns County, 1889 till present day. Yeah, 2021. 1965 to 2005. 1970 to 1980. 42 to 49. And 67? No, 1897 till 1901. Oh my goodness. Oh, these are even worse. 1919, 1942. 1949 to 1970. This is pretty cool. Alright, go through here. Let's see what we have here. Prisoner punishments. In my opinion, you cannot manage men of the character of our convicts without corporal punishment. If you have a bad man, you must conquer him. Look at this. These are different types of punishments.
Look at this. What the heck? You have to wear a barrel? One usual and popular punishment was the barrel restraint. Prisoners were stripped and placed in specially outfitted barrels for hours on end. Once inside, it was impossible to get into a comfortable position. Of course, prisoners had to walk around with the weight, oh my gosh, on their shoulders. Imagine having your camera thing like that the whole thing. Oh my god, that's scary.
You got scared. Hey buddy, a little warning next time. Oh man.
Did not look happy.
We're gonna go around so we can go inside the cells. But
You can't even stretch in here.
no.
Like, how do they stand up?
Oh, look at this. Look. That's how they stand up. That's your question. There's your question. There's your answer. You have no room.
Oh, they're up there too.
Oh, yeah.
But you see, that one, you can actually stand in there. But these are worse.
Yeah, those are a little bit more comfortable. But look, he has a rat. He's holding a rat right there. Man. Oh, look at the different types of guns. You have the semi-automatic pistol, 38 caliber. This one's a 22.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were old. Have more here.
This is mine.
These were the ones used in actual times.
Oh, like people actually.
You actually used them, yeah.
Oh my. What the heck?
It's still a tiny one. I'll buy you that one.
Look at this thing. How do you even use that.
It's 1892.
Look at this huge horn looking.
Yeah, they have different ones here. Oh man. This was used in World War I. These are items that prisoners would bring in the jail and they'd be confiscated. Look at the brass knuckles here, the hooks. It's crazy, all the things. Alright guys, so all done with the old jail museum and now we're trying to find somewhere to eat. I did find a place online. It's called Casa Maya. It's a seafood restaurant. So I think we're gonna check that restaurant out. Here we go guys, Casa Maya restaurant, oyster and tequila bar. Alright guys, that place was amazing. I definitely recommend it. Everything was delicious from the moment they brought the chips and salsa, right babe?
And the guac.
And the guac.
And the paella.
The paella was amazing. I really...
Like crab legs in your paella, so good.
Yeah, definitely check that place out. And now we are headed over to the castle before it closes. It's 4 o'clock and it closes at 5. Alrighty, we are at the castle. It is crowded. Check this out. And I think this is where we go to get the ticket, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it is very, very crowded today. Very windy too. Ash is like dying of like the coldness. Alright guys, so we have purchased it. $30 in total. 15 each. And now we're headed inside. And here you have the outside portion of the castle. Castillo de San Marcos National Monument. Open from 9 to 5. And yeah, this castle never lost in any battle, which is crazy to know. So we're safe in here. Yes.
That's what it's made out of, shell.
Shell? It's made out of shells. Oh, it is?
That's seaweed that he was using.
Yeah. And we are headed upstairs.
Let's go down. Let's go down.
This is just part of it. One piece of it. Oh, that. We still have like that place, that part to go to. What happened? What happened? Mom, no!
Not a bomb. What is it? Cannon.
Fire! Yeah.
From attack.
We're in the Ravelin right now. That's why. This is the Ravelin.
So
I like that they give you
if
a
they
map.
actually made it inside, this is where they would go.
Alright.
But they wouldn't ever make it over there. It shielded the entrance.
This is Miss Little Tour Guide here. Take me through your way through your castle. This area. Is this their deck?
Still the Ravelin.
The Ravelin. Okay. The Ravelin, guys.
The drawbridge.
This is the drawbridge. Okay, there you go. This is the drawbridge.
These are the bridges that they put up,
guys.
right, to close it.
Yes, to protect. That's correct. Yeah, you see with this, they put it up and close. Oh, that's cool. You have some characters. Feels like we're in a theme park. What do we have here? Oh, they look. Oh, this is the beds. This is where they used to sleep. Oh, this is cool. I guess this is where they would eat. Back then, memory foam wasn't a thing.
No.
So you could see how uncomfortable it must have been. Now we're headed into the next room. Oh, there's something written there. I don't know what it is. I can't tell. Mysterious note. Look up towards the wall. Someone carved a Spanish message into the wall above your head. Although we can tell that the text is Old Spanish, the message itself makes no sense. Too many letters have been worn off for us to translate it accurately. Prison. This is the prison. Oh my gosh.
It looks like the movie.
It does look like the movies. Here you go, the prison. The small cell acted as a town jail for the Spanish and as a military jail under British occupation. During the American Revolution, South Carolina statesman and patriot Christopher Gazin was held in solitary confinement here for 42 weeks. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
This is the courtyard, according to Ash, our tour guide.
There's a lot of places to go here.
Yeah. Let's check this place out here. Oh my. This is another room here. This is the Spanish coat of arms. El escudo de armas español. Oh, this is a structure that protects the entrance to the castillo. This original coat of arms was removed from the Ravelin in 1957. That's the material we were trying to remember, coquina. That's what the whole castillo is made of. It's not cement. It's coquina. Sally port door. This is what they used to close the castle. Shortly after the United States Army received the Castillo de San Marcos from Spain in 1821. The Americans built and installed these wooden doors at the entrance to the Sally port. And they were removed for preservation and display in the 1950s. Huge. Guess this is where they kept their food? Yeah. That's what they did here. This is a deadly explosion. This is a part of an 18-pounder iron cannon that was uncovered in the moat of the Castillo. During 1702, this cannon exploded while firing. Do you know how to work this thing?
Put the thing in here. And that's all I know.
And you say, fire!
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole! And this is where they play cards. And dominoes. And also, wait, no, I'm guessing this is another room. It says, new owners then changed Castillo de San Marcos to Fort St. Mark. A few singles beds, many bunk beds. Spanish was spoken for almost 200 years. Then English became the language of the town.
Dominoes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's where they play dominoes. It is a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Here.
It's not my vibe.
But it is a lot of reading. There is a lot of information about the Castillo. If you like to read. It's a lot of things to show you guys. I'm not going to be reading this whole entire thing in the whole video. But, you know, there is a lot of information. So many rooms, so many things to see, so many things to read. It is a lot of information. I think you can spend here about 2 to 3 hours just learning about the castle. And now we are headed upstairs, which is the last floor. You can get a better view of the entire thing. Oh, here we go. This is nice. What a view. You know what? It's more chilly here.
Of course.
Nice right here. Look at that. They check out all the boats, all the houses out to the other side. And here we have the scenic cruise. It leaves the marina at 11, 1, 2:45, and 4:30. That must be the 4:30 one. Goodbye. It's hard to imagine that there was wars here.
With cannons.
Right. It's just hard to picture all of this in like the 1500s and stuff. So guys, I wanted to let you know, they do have a lighthouse point here. We cannot do it. We're not gonna have enough time. We're definitely gonna come back to do that, but they do have one here and they recommended it. How far it throws it to? I have no idea. But this is pretty nice. Spanish naval ships began to fly this flag in the early 1500s in honor of their king. I don't think so.
I don't know why I thought of that.
I don't think so. I mean, it's been here since the 1500s. You think it'll collapse?
I don't know.
It had been through everything
Do you
already.
think that they maintain it, like that they patch things up?
I think they do. We have a dilemma. In about 10 minutes,
It's supposed to rain.
100%, 5 and 6 p.m. So we don't know what to do. We don't know if to go back to the car. We don't know if to go somewhere and take shelter. Well, we are in a castle. You want to just stay in the castle?
Go back to that room that we went in.
Yeah,
The
take
little
cover.
powder room.
So I don't know. This was pretty cool. There's a lot of information, a lot of things to read. I think if you like to read about those things, you can be here the whole day.
Literally. Anybody would find this fascinating.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was here earlier, but I'm not as energetic as I was this morning. So.
That is true. And we had a big plate of paella.
Oh yeah, we just ate, so we're kind of like.
Yeah, I can go for an ice cream. But it's been a good day though. It's been a good day. The weather's been perfect. These past 2 days, the weather has been amazing.
It's been chilly.
Yeah, we're definitely coming. We definitely want to come back because there's some stuff that we want to do. There's more museums that we want to do. We want to do the lighthouse point. There's some churches we wanted to see. It's just a lot of things to put into 2 days. But the good thing is that we live 4 hours away. So
We'll come back.
yeah, we can come back. We got some soldiers patrolling the castle, making sure that everyone is safe. Alright, so it's been about a week since we came back from St. Augustine. If you can tell, I don't have a haircut anymore, so it's been a while. But I was just able to finish editing everything from St. Augustine, and I do gotta say, it has been one of our favorite trips so far. As far as sightseeing and the city and the history and all of that, it is an amazing place to visit at least once in your lifetime. So if you do have a chance to go to St. Augustine, we highly suggest it. We are definitely going to be back because there are a lot of things that we weren't able to do, like the lighthouse point, a lot of museums, a lot of things that we wanted to go see. We're definitely going to be back soon. It is great to go when the weather is nice and cool. We did speak to a lot of residents from St. Augustine that says during the summer it doesn't get as crowded because it is extremely hot to walk around in the city. So right now is the most popular time to go throughout Christmas and the nice weather, just because it's nice and cool to walk around and sightsee. So, but thank you guys so much for sticking through the video. I know it was a very, very long video, a lot of information, a lot of things that we did. Kind of wanted to put it all in one video. I didn't want to do a part 1 or a part 2 because I wanted everything on one. So thank you guys so much for sticking through. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that we see you guys on our next media. We wish you guys can stay, but now it's time for you guys to go and go visit St. Augustine.